Hey love bugs, welcome to Love Grind. I am Ebony, your host, and I'm so glad that you decided to tune in tonight. Tonight we're going to talk about 7 signs you're codependent, and they'll shock you. All right, let's talk about it. Some of us have traits of just being helpful and maybe a little bit bossy, but those could be signs of codependency. Let's get right into it and talk about it, huh? Are you always the rock? Your friends call you at 2 a.m.? Disrespectful. Your partner's mood is your mood. And if someone's upset, you've got the emotional toolkit ready, right? Does it sound heroic to you? Well, here's the twist, love bugs. That cape might be less Superman, more straitjacket. Because what feels like loyalty could actually be codependency in a really flattering disguise. Researchers looked at 42 studies last year and found that 91% of people who were technically codependent thought they were just helpful. Translation, most of us are in that matrix. So stick around, and by the end of the show, you'll know whether your niceness is actually a slow drip of poison. Sign number 1, low self-esteem and vanishing self. Try this for me. Finish the sentence. I'm valuable because. If your answer is because I help others, because people need me, that's the red flag. Codependency often starts with shaky self-worth. You're so focused on being useful that you forget you have value just by being you and by existing. In psychology, this is called external validation dependency. Your self-esteem lives or dies based on other people's approval. Sign number 2, the chameleon syndrome. Codependents are emotional shapeshifters. If your partner's angry, suddenly you're angry. If your friend's sad, you're sad too. Sounds empathetic, but really it's identity erosion. You're not feeling with people, you're absorbing them. Over time, you stop knowing what your feelings even are. It's like your emotional Wi-Fi has no password and anyone can just log in. You want to be strong. You want to put a lock on that Wi-Fi code, right? Sign number 3, the helper's high and crash, because drugs always gotta crash. Helping feels good. It does. The brain even releases dopamine when we fix someone else's problems. But here's the trap, love bugs. When your worth depends on being needed, you start unconsciously seeking out broken people. It's not kindness anymore. It's an addiction, and like any other addiction, the crash comes when you realize the people you're rescuing don't change. Or worse, they drain you dry. That's definitely true. I used to people please all the time, and it was based on how they felt about me and how I felt about myself at the end of the night. And I started realizing I was doing all kinds of shit for people, and they weren't reciprocating it back, and kind of got resentful. And that's not a good look, right? Sign number 4, fear of abandonment. Let's be real. Codependency and fear, they go hand in hand. You overgive, you over-apologize, you overfunction, all to avoid someone leaving you. The irony, though, is people often do leave. Not because you weren't enough, but because the relationship was built on control and fear instead of mutual respect. Sign number 5, control disguised as caring. This one stings a little bit. Codependents often say stuff like, I'm just trying to help. But beneath that is control. Let me fix this for you is controlling. Let me handle it? Yeah, that's controlling. And don't worry, I'll sacrifice? Sounds noble, but the hidden message is, I don't trust you enough to care for yourself, so I'll do it. And that's not love, guys. It's micromanagement wrapped in a bow. Sign number 6, neglecting your own needs. If your needs are always dead last, ding, 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 you're probably codependent. Here's the truth bomb. Not speaking up about your needs doesn't make you selfless, it makes you resentful. A study from the Journal of Substance Abuse found codependents reported significantly higher physical stress symptoms, headaches, insomnia, even immune system issues, because they literally ran themselves into the ground, taking care of others. If you are not taking care of yourself, there's no need for you to outsource your love because you're not in the proper mind state or physical state to do so, and that's okay. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself first, and then you can spread all of your codependent love, or just all of your love, okay? Take care of yourself. And sign number 7, the drama magnet. Ever notice how codependents often end up in chaotic relationships? It's not an accident. If peace feels boring and dysfunction feels familiar, you'll unconsciously gravitate toward emotional roller coasters. The result? You keep replaying the same movie with different actors, different partner, the same pain. Let's wrap up tonight and let's go over the 7 signs that might shock you into reality check. 1. Low self-esteem and vanishing sense of self. Emotional chameleon syndrome. Helpers high and crash. Fear of abandonment. We're all afraid of being alone, but at the end of the day, we're alone anyway, so we might as well get comfortable with ourselves. Control disguised as caring. Neglecting your very own needs and drama magnet relationships. Here's the good news though. Awareness is step 1. If you heard yourself in any of these signs, it doesn't mean you're doomed. It means you're waking up, and waking up is powerful. Next time you're tempted to play savior, pause and ask yourself, am I doing this because I want to or because I'm afraid not to? That single question, love bugs, can start to break the cycle. If this episode hit home, don't just keep scrolling. Share with a friend who's always a therapist or a partner who never puts themselves first. And if you want more tools for untangling love and codependency and self-worth, hit follow on Love Grind, where we get real about relationships and we try not to sugarcoat. We don't sugarcoat. Remember, love isn't about losing yourself. It's about finding yourself and bringing that whole person into connection, which is a beautiful thing. I hope you learned something tonight, love bugs, and again, I hope you use empathy with all your decisions this week, starting with yourself. And until next time, I'm out.